All right. We are a couple minutes late here because it just took a moment for Zoom to link up with Facebook for us to go live so that I can share everything with you and share my screen and really answer your questions. So I'm going live today on a Monday. Unusual for me. I'm usually hanging out with y'all on Friday, but it's a very big week. And I've had some great questions about what we're doing this week. And I wanted to answer them. And certainly, if you're joining us live, thank you so much. I'll answer your questions live here too. So actually took some notes because people have asked some really great questions. And the first question really has been, what is this Brain Bytes thing that you keep talking about this week? Why are you so excited about it? And I want to share Brain Bytes community is its full name, is an online community. And it's a community for people who want to learn, to grow, to get support, to get mentoring. And one of the biggest pieces, and maybe one of the things I'm most proud of, is it gives back. So Brain Bytes is a way that we fundraise for our nonprofit to be able to provide pro bono services for people with neurologic injuries. So far, by the way, thank you so much for everyone who has already joined. We have been able to fundraise over $10,000 so far. This provides a lot of therapy for people who really need it and people who have lost jobs because of the pandemic or have been unable to get this kind of specialty service. So I want to thank you so much already. If you're already a part of Brain Bytes, thank you for being a part. So that's the first question. It's an online community. The second question that's come up quite a bit is, who is it for? And this is a big part of what it is too. So it's an online community for therapists, physical therapists and occupational therapists. And it's for that therapist that is really looking to dive deeper. So if you know me, you know that's where I like to go. Like, let's go into the neuroanatomy. Let's go into the neuroscience of things. Let's understand the person at a much deeper level. Let's understand them as a whole person. What are their brain and body needs? What might be their psychosocial needs, and even moving beyond the biopsychosocial. So this is all part of what we're about. And so this is for therapists who want to go there. Now, I've had people ask, well, what if I haven't got my NCS yet? So not a requirement at all. So I would say the majority of our community is not people that have already become a neurologic clinical specialist. In fact, we're pretty mixed group because we have what I like to call this neuro-ortho special sauce. If you haven't met Brittany Kim yet, you need to meet her. She is the other really leader in Brain Bytes with me. And she is an orthopedic clinical specialist who has spent her career working in orthopedic management of people with neurologic disorders. So that's part of our special sauce, is this neuro-ortho overlap. You don't have to be a clinical specialist to be a part of it. We have people that have joined us who are new grads. We have people who have joined us who have been through a residency program. We have people that are professors at university joining us because they want to be connected to others. They want to stay up to date on some of the complex things that we talk about, and they want to contribute to our community. And I love that so much. So I have actually had people reach out wondering if this was a group for for patients, and it's not. I will say, however, though, if you reach out to me looking to get connected with a therapist, the first place I go is to our Brain Bytes group, because this group is a group of therapists that is really, really committed to understanding more to help their patients and really taking their patients to a whole nother level. And I really appreciate that. So again, who's it for? Any physical therapist, occupational therapist who wants to look at that neuro-ortho overlap and dive into some of those complex cases like dystonia, functional disorders, pain in neurology, some of the Parkinsonisms and other rare movement disorders, ataxia, some of the problems that can be so challenging to treat and to peel away those layers. So that's who it's for. I do want to put a disclaimer here. It's not a group that's looking to prepare for the NCS, for example, although we do have people part of our group that are doing that. But if you want to study for the NCS and get some of that basic neuro content, places like MedBridge, which I've taught with, love teaching with, are amazing. Their instructors are great, their content is great, and it gives you a really great foundation. This is also not just a course, so you don't just kind of like watch it and fill out something and then you're done. This is like, we're practicing together. We're being vulnerable. We're sharing some of the things where we go, ooh, I made a mistake here and I'm looking for some guidance. That's the like, get in there, get your hands dirty, kind of practical practice that we're doing. So what I like to say is kind of that next level, next step from doing a continuing education course. So I don't know if you knew this about Re+active, but we've been doing online education for the last 3 years. And we've been doing many of these little mini courses or learning modules in advanced movement disorders. I love it. I absolutely love that. But there was more that was needed. And people would email questions afterward or send me videos. What about this? What about this? And that's what I really loved, was that like problem solving together to figure things out. So this community kind of blossomed from doing weekend courses and mini courses to take it to the next level. So if you've been a part of our courses in any way, this is that next step. And many people in our community are actually those people that have taken our courses and want to go deeper and apply it and practice. So that's what we do. That's what we do in the community. And by the way, I'm going to share with you what it actually looks like here. So I'm going to share my screen. But one of the things that I did want to say is that we are actually this year, we are offering our fellowship mini courses free to our Brain Bytes members for 2021. So what that means is that if you join Brain Bytes, you never have to pay for our weekend course, or not our weekend courses, our mini courses again. And many people in our Brain Bytes group come to our mini courses because they're so valuable. And then we continue the discussion on. So we decided to put that all in a package, which basically pays for itself then, because we have 6 different courses over the course of the year, and that's about $500 worth of courses. And that's about how much Brain Bytes is for the whole year. So you get the courses and all of this application. So finally, I'm sharing my screen here so that you can see what it actually looks like. First of all, look at our little brain taking a bite out of a book. We have the wonderful Stephanie Chen, who created our little logo. It's one of my favorite things, Happy Brains, which is part of what we do in Brain Bytes. So here's our membership portal. And what you can see, first of all, is that it's super organized. One of the things that's so challenging for me as a therapist is there's a lot of information coming at us from different directions, social media, this, that, and it's hard to sort through it all and keep it organized. So that was one of the #1 goals in our community here, was to get it really organized. So you can see our welcome. We have a calendar. The Zoom link that we use for our live sessions, always the same. We have all of our live sessions. So I'm going to jump into each of these, how to get your CEUs, patient handouts. So handouts that you can use for education, our cheat sheets, outcome measures, our bonus content, and extra resources. So many great things. So I want to jump into our live sessions just so you can get a little peek at what this looks like. So first of all, every month we have people submitting cases so you can get mentorship and feedback on those. And then month by month, we have topically organized sessions, 2 of them per month. So, and when you join, you get the whole backlog of this as well. So that is huge. That way, if you have your first patient with a functional neurologic disorder evaling tomorrow, you can go back to our live sessions and review. So you can see in May, we did functional neurologic disorders, and we had our first live patient case. That was so fun to have everybody interacting and involved. And it was a telehealth case too. So most of our live cases have been telehealth, which is really nice for us to problem solve together how to do that right now. So you'll see our functional neurologic disorder topic was in May. We did complex cases, really peeling away the layers there. And you can see that we had several people submit cases for that. And we had a special session. Thank you so much, Judy, to be a part of that. It was very inspiring. And I think all of us want to write a case report now. In July, we did ataxia, and this was our first session with Mike Studer. So Mike Studer came in. It was really great. We did a live patient session, and he was mentoring during that time. I learned a ton, and I've been using it ever since, and have seen some really great results with ataxia. Mike Studer's coming back in November, by the way. So when you join Brain Bytes, now, before Tuesday, by the way, you'll be joining in that mentor session with Mike Studer when we look at 3PD and dizziness. So I'm super excited about that. You'll see in August, we did complex Parkinsonism. So we dove into a lot of Parkinson plus, differential diagnosis, dystonia. In September, we did MS, really focusing on recovery and how to prevent compensations. And we had another live patient session with Beth Fisher mentoring. By the way, we had a great webinar with her on Saturday, and you should check that out. I love spending time with Beth and always learn something new. So she's one of our mentors in Brain Bytes. And now it's October. So we had our first live session to focus on dystonia, to provide a framework. And then this week, so literally on Thursday is our second live session. We have people submitting cases so that we can dive in and help problem solve their biggest dystonia questions. You can be a part of that because that will be your first live session when you join. So this is what it looks like. I really wanted to give you all the pieces of it. If we go back to our categories here, you'll also see that we have handouts. So these are educational tools that you can take to the clinic. So we have a large amount of them for functional neurologic disorders, talking about flare-ups, the pie chart, having the patient complete a pie chart. One of my favorite, the river runneth over. So all of them all in one place. We have a building set of grounding and mindfulness practices. We had a great group of Parkinson's patient resources. Oh, this is one of my favorites, our Medicare medical necessity form, so helpful for conversations. Neuroplasticity, MS here, and dystonia. So these are things that you can take as your own and use them when you want to a little help with educating somebody. The second, this might be my favorite because I love a good cheat sheet. I've been making cheat sheets my whole life, basically. I love having something simple to guide me. So we have evaluation cheat sheets that you can find. We basically will set up one for every diagnosis topic, and then treatment cheat sheets as well. I love this one that Chelsea Richardson. So let me just show you what these look like. Basically, they're here. You can download them. And when you download them, then you have a PDF that you can use anytime. Very handy. There's also, by the way, this our whole course is in Kajabi, and Kajabi has an app, so that makes it easy to access on your phone. So there's our treatment cheat sheets as well. And again, this just keeps building and you have access to everything from before as well. Whew. Okay, a couple other areas here that I'll just touch on. And let me just check on over here because I want to be able to follow up if anybody has a question too. So you can put a question in the comments here, and I will respond. By the way, the stream on Facebook is a little behind where I am live, so it might take me a moment. But here we also have our outcomes. So you can see some of the outcomes that we have shared, that we have maybe developed from a research paper, and they're not easily available online, or they're hard to find, or somebody just wanted to have them quick access. We put them in there. Our bonus content. So this keeps growing, by the way. Two big bonuses that we have when you join Brain Bytes are our telehealth neuro nuggets ebook and mini training that we have recorded in here. And then also our neuro business Brain Bytes storm. So another mini training that we had answering all of your questions about business. And this is so important right now. If you're a neuro private practice owner, you have lots of business questions. We have been talking a lot about even just surviving a pandemic, right? And here at Re+active, we've been working so hard, and we had to shut down in the pandemic. We had to shut down our physical locations. And here we are in LA paying massive amounts of rent. We had this huge dip. We were only able to serve about 25% of our normal visits. And just this last month, I'm very happy to say we hit numbers from before the pandemic between telehealth, in-person visits, and it looks like we're going to really end the year very strong. And we've learned a lot in that process. So we're having lots of great conversations there. We've got one more bonus, by the way, coming out tomorrow for everybody. And I'm really excited to share that with you tomorrow. And then finally, some extra resources. So maybe it's an article people are looking for. We had all these great MS neuroplasticity articles, just areas for inspiration. So you can see there where we might put extra resources. If you go along the right-hand side, you can see the community chats. So this is what that looks like. So let me go into topics. This is our private area. So somebody else asked, like, do we have to get on social media? Is it emails? Everything's here. You can get the app. It's all private, so people can share videos and questions privately with us in the community. You can see we have topics and a lot of back and forth happening over time. And one of the things that I love is somebody will ask a question or we'll just read an article and share some tidbits here. Brittany Kim is amazing at this. And honestly, I love like her viewpoint and merging that with the neuro world. So this neurobiology of central sensitization, for example, great article. So you'll see a lot of that back and forth in the community. And already people are hopping on, brand new members. I love it. Susan already hopping on, asking questions and getting responses. So this is the outside of the live session chat, exclusive chat with this group. And it's happening all of the time. And so for people that aren't able to attend live sessions and they're getting the recorded session, this is invaluable because they can ask questions, they can get responses any time of the day. It's so great. So that was it. We went through literally, what does it look like here? The actual outline of it. What kind of material is here? What our community chats might look like and how that's organized. And then really the last thing that people have asked me is literally like, how do I join? And so you can follow the link that I'll post here, and it takes you to our Brain Bytes community page. You can sign up here. You can read what people, we just have an amazing group, by the way. I kind of get tearful when I read what they said because it's really a dream come true. You can see about our bonuses. You can read about the community itself, what we're doing. So those case adventures, happy hours, practical resources for you. And then you can sign up. So what you'll see is that it's open until October 27th. So Tuesday, that's tomorrow. And then we close for the year. So definitely, if you're interested, this is the time to do it. Our little countdown says you have one day and 11 hours. There's a little bit about me. There's frequently asked questions here. And also so that you can decide whether you want to go month by month or save more and go for the whole year. Most people choose that option, but many people aren't able to commit to that, and you can join month by month. I'll also show you when you click on this, you head to the cart, there's this area here. We have had some people where they will sponsor a month for somebody who maybe can't afford it right now. We have like the most generous community ever. And I think it's just amazing. So please reach out to me if you've lost a job, if it's not financially feasible right now because of the pandemic or anything like that. In the past, we've had people sponsor a spot and have been so generous. So you can reach out to me for that. I'm going to pop on over and just see if there's any questions. I see you all in there. Thank you so much for joining me for this live Q&A. So you sent questions and I had answers. So what is it? Who is it for? What does it look like? I think we hit on all of those today. So I thank you for your interest, for your time, for considering being a part of our community. I hope you'll join us before tomorrow, Tuesday, the last time this year, the last time at their current rates that we have, and really help us support. We have a growing wait list of people waiting for our pro bono fundraiser to end. So we're ending our fundraiser in October. It includes this Brain Bytes launch. We've again already been able to raise $10,000 this year for our community clinic, and we'd love to have you join in that way of giving back. So thank you again so much. Have a great Monday, and I will see you on Friday.